We're switching our focus back to the Smoking Kali poster controversy because the filmmaker Leena Manimekalai has put out a fresh tweet in which she's made it clear that she's not going to withdraw the poster or apologize. In fact, in a clear show of defiance, Leena Manimekalai has put out this image that you see on your screens with the caption, "Elsewhere." It shows Hindu gods and goddesses, at least people dressed as Hindu gods and goddesses, smoking. This is the defense that Leena Manimekalai has now put out. The filmmaker putting out this image with the caption, "Elsewhere," trying to suggest that while there's so much outrage over her poster, it's pretty normal for these kind of images to emerge. So it's very clear that there's no question of the filmmaker, despite all of the outrage, apologizing or withdrawing the poster. Instead, she's putting forth a defense, clearly saying that this is normal and it's hypocrisy for her alone to be targeted. With the caption of "Elsewhere," she's tweeted the picture that you see on your screen showing people dressed as Hindu gods and goddesses smoking. Hrithik Mondal is joining us with more details on this. There's been endless outrage, Hrithik, over this entire controversy, but the filmmaker Leena Manimekalai is making it very clear that she's not backing off, she's not going to withdraw the poster or apologize. Instead, she's defending what she's done by putting out this latest tweet.
Right. Because we know yesterday the Twitter India, the social media, platform that withheld that particular controversial tweet, which was a poster of an upcoming documentary of this Canada-based filmmaker. And since then, the controversy erupted nationwide. Now, she come up with her new Twitter post in which she posted a random picture that people dressed up, that with in attires of Hindu god and goddesses, and smoking cigarettes. Or this is what exactly a random picture, and this is and she tweeted that "Elsewhere." So it means she is trying to indicate something that she don't want to bow down amid the controversy, amid the outrages is raising pan India. Remember, there is another side of this particular story that we know that while Moha Moitro, firebrand TMC MP, while she was asked about this particular this controversy, she gone on record claiming that Ma Kali, which is widely worshipped and in parts of Bengal, and she believes that Ma Kali is a meat-eating, alcohol-accepting goddess, and which is why that we know that that sparked controversy. Several police complaints have been registered against Moha Moitro as well as this particular Canada-based filmmaker, and that we know that in many parts of the country, and which is why now she comes up with this this particular her latest tweet, showing this particular picture. I believe that this is a random picture clicked in elsewhere in India, showing people dressed up in attire, usually gods and goddesses of Hindu goddesses, god and goddesses usually take in this attire, and that create controversy. And it would be interesting to see what happens next as this controversy is increasing over this issue. Back to you.
That's right. It's clear at this point that the filmmaker isn't going to back off. This, no doubt, Hrithik, is going to lead to more outrage. The fact that Leena Manimekalai hasn't stopped with her poster showing Goddess Kali smoking, but has now put out this image on her Twitter timeline with the caption "Elsewhere," showing people dressed as Hindu gods and goddesses smoking. Now, we don't know where this image is from, when it's from, none of that. She's essentially picked it off the internet and put it out on social media to defend herself and to also send across a message that she's not going to be bogged down by all of the FIRs or by all of the messages about this poster of hers hurting religious sentiments. Interestingly, the Aga Khan Museum, which is where her film premiered, they've apologized, they've expressed their regrets, they've withdrawn it. But the filmmaker here remains defiant. Not surprising, Hrithik, considering that if you go through Leena Manimekalai's social media timeline, her Twitter timeline, it's filled with such comments. It's filled with comments that many would deem hurtful to religious sentiments against Hindu gods and goddesses.
This latest picture that she, came up with that is very, indicative that she's trying to see that amid this controversy, what exactly is happening in India.
Okay, Ritik, just stay with me. Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP is joining us on this broadcast. Shehzad, what do you make of this image? Leena Moneymekalai has now reacted very clearly. She's not going to apologize or withdraw the poster. She's instead put out an image showing people dressed as Hindu gods and goddesses. We don't know from where or when, but she's put out this image to say elsewhere, trying to suggest that in that case there was no outrage. Why so much outrage over her poster?
Akshita, this is clearly not creative expression, but this is deliberate provocation, and this is yet another instance of it. And I think the likes of Leena are confident to do this deliberate provocation because they have the backing of the likes of TMC and Mahua Mitra. TMC, unfortunately, has not taken any stern action against Mahua Mitra. They just tweeted, but they have not taken any action against her. Mahua Mitra remains defiant. Leena remains defiant. This is because they know that nothing really is going to happen in terms of legal action or any other action. And therefore, this is the kind of deliberate provocation being done by Mahua Mitra or by Leena. And this is yet another example of it. This is not about creative expression. This is clearly about targeting one community, one faith, and saying that this is, in our terms, secularism means abusing Hindus, and this is our right and we shall do it.
So the poster essentially has been withdrawn by the Aga Khan Museum also because of all of the outrage, Shehzad. You look at this particular filmmaker and her timeline, she's got essentially a record of doing this, of targeting Hindu gods and goddesses, and the fact that she's defiant even now makes it very clear that she doesn't care about what kind of religious sentiments she's hurting.
Absolutely. Creative people are sensitive. If they have made a mistake unwittingly, they usually correct that mistake. But this seems to be driven by a larger political agenda. It seems to be driven by a larger agenda that she wants to push. And it seems very obvious that Leena is emboldened by the fact that she has the likes of Mahua Mitra, the TMC MP, supporting her. And she has a lot of people supporting her. And therefore, this is the sorry state of affairs where abusing Hindus equals to secularism, abusing Hindus equals to progressivism, abusing Hindus equals to liberalism. This kind of distorted secularism is unfortunately in practice because of the stand that is taken by Mahua Mitra, and TMC not acting on Mahua Mitra actually emboldens these people.